back to my channel. So I wanted to show you guys what I do on the days that I have zero motivation. I don't want to wash my face or anything like that. I don't want to do a lot, but I'm looking at myself and I'm like, I need to make myself look a little better because I look kind of rough in my opinion, which my son was saying, Mommy, you don't look rough, you look beautiful. Gotta love your kids, right? So anyway, so what I do is I take a cotton pad from Shiseido, put a little bit of micellar water on it. I already did this. That's why I was like, suddenly I was like, hey, why don't I film this? And the lighting is not great, so I apologize for that because it is gloomy outside and the weather affects my mood. So then I just take this and I go over the spots in my face that are very dry. So that tends to be right between my eyebrows, tends to get very extra dry. So I went in with this and I cleaned a little bit there. And then I noticed like under my eye, so I just went with this under my eye, and then I did this area with the little bit of moisturizer, and then I'll do sometimes like the corners of my nose. And for some reason, like underneath my nose right here, I get very dry. And you would think I rub my nose. I don't rub my nose, so that's just interesting. So then when I do that, obviously took off moisture. We need moisture, especially if dry skin. So it's this one from Sephora. Let me see if I can do the thing. And I'm not wearing the right top. Okay, here you go. This, I love this. It's very inexpensive. I've purchased this, like I said, probably my fourth one, and that's saying a lot because it takes me forever to go through things. So then what I do is I just go over those spots, like here, 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 and here. I'm not gonna do my eyes because this is not the cream I use for my eye. I have an eye cream for that, and I don't think I'm gonna even bother putting it on. So we're just gonna rehydrate those areas. And before anyone says, oh, you didn't wash your face, I washed my face last night. That's why I'm doing this. So I don't always wash my face every day. And you know what? That's okay. So then, there you go. Make sure you get the under my nose here. I already forgot that I did under my nose. Okay. And this is, like I said, this is a good little tip if you're like in a rush and you're like, I don't have time to do my full skincare, but I want to look a little more put together, but not like a full face where you go, you know what I mean, like extra. And then something to give you, like, let's say, like right now my skin doesn't look bad. You know what I mean? Like it's red because, you know, cleaner. Like you see my dark circles. That I would just use concealer to cover that up. Okay, but let's say you want to do, like, you want to put foundation but you don't want to put a full foundation on. So this is a little trick that I do. So you take any foundation, your favorite one. I'm going to use the Makeup by Mario, and then you get some kind of moisturizer that's like liquidy. So I've been using this one a lot. I like from ILIA, the base face milk. Let me see if I can show you guys right here, this product right here. This is the mini one. So what you want to do is you have to shake this first, and I'm gonna shake the foundation. And I'm realizing this is probably the worst shirt I should be wearing right now to be doing this because it's white, but you know, I got warmth over, you know, if it's good or not, because this apartment is very cold. All right, so we're gonna take a little I'm just wiping it and make sure there's nothing on it. This little dish that I'm gonna use, one of these acrylic things. And you're gonna put a pump of your foundation. And you can do this on the back of your hand as well. A full pump of foundation or half a pump. And then you just wanna put like equal parts of, so it's gonna look like this. You know, it's hard to show because I don't want it to run down. And then you're just gonna mix it. And I should have gotten something. Do I have something to wipe my hand with? Because I don't want to use my finger if I have nothing to wipe my hand with. Okay, I'm gonna have to use my finger because I can't find the thing I normally use to mix it. That's not my finger. Okay, so just mix it, and it's gonna make it more sheer. You're probably not gonna need this whole amount. So we can actually call this lazy makeup, which I have to give credit to my, I don't know, what would she be like? Because she's my sister-in-law's daughter. So what would that be? Anyways, I have to give credit to her, Rizzo. Hey, Rizzo. Because she said, hey, can you do a video one day where it's like lazy makeup? And I'm like, I got to do that. Okay, so then you're just going to dot this like in, you know, Not, you don't need a lot. Like, I'm just using a little bit. Like, there's still a lot on there. Ooh, I just felt like that touched my face. Okay, so then you're gonna take your brush and just spread it out. Remember, it doesn't have to be, and I'm trying not to touch my my turtleneck. All right, so that's why I'm being more careful, like applying it. And I'm not a lefty, but I gotta, you know. And again, I love this brush. And you could always even put the foundation on the brush and just spread it that way. So let me see how it looks. I move this over here. I'm being uber careful to not get, like I said, get this on me. I'm gonna try to not repeat myself. Okay, I think I might have spread it all out. So you see, and then I'm gonna just take the brush and dab a little bit in there, because I, like you guys know, I always need a little bit more on this side of my face. And then I'm gonna spread it, and hopefully, yeah. And it's okay if your skin doesn't look super perfect, because again, you're not trying to look like you put on a full face of makeup. Now we're gonna do a little bit of concealer, because I need concealer, guys. I mean, hello, look at how dark my eyes are. Okay, so I'm gonna use the other side of this brush. And you should have seen how much sunlight there was just a minute ago. And now it's like leaving, but it's the weather the way it is today. So I'm trying to look at you guys while I do this, which is hard. I'm really tight today, like my arms feel tight is what I mean by that. I have to stretch later. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit more here, because this is the eye that always needs more help. And put a little bit more. Seems like I'm not putting anything on, but I gotta trust the process. Okay, so then with this brush, I didn't put anything on my forehead, which I've been doing that lately, not putting anything on my forehead. So you don't have to, but if you want to, go ahead. So this is what it's looking like so far. You know, look a little bit more awake. So now we're going to put some powder. Let me grab a brush. Okay, so we got the MAC Mineral Skin Finish in Medium Plus. Sorry. So this is how you would be in the morning, like you're trying to rush, or you're trying to make yourself look presentable. So obviously this will take you less time if you're not talking. So again, set this with the MAC powder. So this is at the point where you would be setting everything with powder. So if you put powder in your face, this is when you would do that. And I guess this would be more for you ladies who have combination or oily skin. But if you have dry skin, I know some of people like to do that. I'm just gonna put a little bit here, because I feel like I just felt like it. Okay, so you guys are probably wondering, what about my eyes? To have time for eyeshadow. Typically, you're not gonna have time for eyeshadow. Remember, we're in a rush. So what I would do is just take whatever is left on your brush and then put it on your eyelids to smooth out, like if you have any discoloration or whatever. So I have nothing left on my brush, so I'm gonna take a little dab like that, and I'm gonna do my eyes, which I typically don't do this, but I'm just trying to show you what I would do if I was in a rush. So dab, dab, and then you just work it and smooth it. And then you will go and you set it with the same powder that you just did under your eyes. Which I should have done this probably first before I put the powder, but it wasn't after that. So see what I mean? Now, like I said, it looks a little better. So now I'm gonna take the same powder and we're gonna set our eyes after I just close this. I'm so used to just closing my makeup when I'm done with it, because I'm afraid it's gonna fall, whatever. So then you're just gonna cover your eyes. And then if you need to do your eyebrows, this is the time you wanna do it, after you do this part. Because some of us, we have to do our eyebrows because we don't have full eyebrows, what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to put things out of the way. Okay, so like you could literally be done and be like, okay. But let's say you're like, oh, I have a little more time. Let me add some blush. So let me find a blush. Okay, so I found a blush. So you either decide you want to do powder or cream, whatever you're looking for. So today I'm going to just use this one, this cream one from Rare Beauty. It's a mini one that I got a while ago, and it's called Encourage. And remember, these are super pigmented, so you don't need a lot. So it's a really pretty color. And I'm going to just work one at a time because, like I said, it's very pigmented. And of course, my skin just went, sucked it up because I have very dry skin. Because you just want to give yourself a little flush of color. So I'm going to put a little bit more because I feel like it doesn't even look like I put anything on, honestly. So I put a little more than I wanted, but I want it to, you know, I want it to look like I have color. Oh, there it is. And I might regret this. But the good thing is that, let's say you did like me and you're like, oh, it's too much. Just put a little powder over it. Or use your foundation stick. Now you stick your brush. See what I mean? Words are escaping me right now. So it gave me a little bit of color, like compared. So it looks like just at this point, it's about you deciding what do you need. Like if you feel like you don't have color, go blush. If you feel like just putting on the mixture foundation, your makeshift skin tint worked and you don't need anything else, then you're good to go. Let me do the other cheek. So you went and apply more. All right. This is the tricky part. I'm not left-handed, but let's do it this way because I'm wearing long sleeves. I try not to wear long sleeves when I film because of the issue that I have with lifting up my arms. Like, see how much this side has? Way too much. But it's okay. We're just in the house, so. But you see, like it looks like I was doing exercise or something. So then, like, let's say I wanted to tone that down, I could just then go with my makeup brush, get a little, see, and then it literally looks like I'm not wearing anything. See what I mean? It's not perfect, but it's not supposed to look perfect. Okay, so you see now we look, and I don't have to do anything with my eyebrows today. I think they don't look sparse, however you say it. So I'm gonna just go with my what's that called? Eyebrow gel. And here is a tip for you ladies who don't have time to do your eyebrows, but you want them to have a little more color. Just get a, what's that called? A tinted eyebrow gel. So there. Now, okay, so what do we need to do? Only thing left to do now is put a lip on and mascara. So let me grab my mascara and whatever lip I think I'm gonna do today. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're gonna put on this mascara from Maybelline, the Big Shot one. I'm gonna do that off camera and I'll come back. Okay, so there we got mascara. So see, we're looking a little bit more put together. So now lips will be last. So then you just get a lip pencil. This is Boys Town from ColourPop. I was looking for another one, but this will do. This is one of my favorite lip pencils from ColourPop. It's always tricky putting on my lip looking in the camera. And so for me, this is like, it just blends in with my lip, which I absolutely love. So then we're gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty lip oil, and this is like from Correct Rose Amber. I bought this a while ago. I never reviewed it for you guys, but I love it, and I've been wearing it all the time. And I saw that it's in a lip gloss. I'm definitely getting the lip gloss shade because I love Fenty lip products. So the great thing about this is you can throw this in your bag and it just gives you a pop of color. It looks more pigmented because I put the lip pencil. Okay, everyone, so this is the finished look. So it shouldn't take you too long, 10 minutes tops. especially if you have everything laid out for yourself. So thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate every single one of you who clicked on this video, who watched it till the end, who give me a like, and who comment. Please comment in the section. I absolutely love talking to each and every one of you and answering any questions, requests, whatever you have. It doesn't have to be makeup related. If you guys just want to comment about how's your day going, what are your Christmas plans, anything and everything. I love talking to you guys. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a fabulous day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.